Well, the Florida humidity, Coach, certain to be a factor in this one. There's no other way to say it, really. It is hot. It is humid here at Raymond James Stadium in Tampa. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Atlanta Falcons and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Two teams here fresh off Week 1 victories. Who can keep it going as we're underway on EA Sports? This will be taken in at the 1. And look at this. Right away, a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy, because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Now a carry. It's C.J. Anderson. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving... laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. From the shotgun, it's Winston. There's the Penn State man. It's Chris Godwin. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Sometimes the most effective routes are the ones that you run in the backyard. You probably ran them when you were 5 years old. How about a little curl there against zone? But the key to it is finding the open spots in the zone. How a linebacker or a defensive back will widen to give you space. Find that area and let your quarterback hit you.
An early test. 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. Working out of the gun, Winston. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
This is taken at the 15. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at their own 27. Now Ryan. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. 30, the 20, 10, touchdown, Falcons. Calvin Ridley, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. They scored the most points of anyone on opening weekend, and now first quarter touchdown here.
And while there's no guarantee that all the points they scored in opening weekend are going to hold up and be the average all year long, they're certainly starting to set that type of a pace. And what you do with that is you put in the heads of all of your opponents, we've got to really be ready on defense because these guys know how to put the ball in the end zone.
You think they can keep piling on the points like this?
I think they can if they're prepared to adjust and adapt because they won't see the same defenses week in and week out.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Ready. Blue lady. Right there. 54 Mike. Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time. Let's go.
From the 30 on second down, Winston. And Brate, the tight end's got it. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son. Flip it, flip it, flip it. Flip it, flip it, flip it.
Winston. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
Ready. Black 22. Check, check. Watch 54. Green 17. Watch the curl. Watch the curl. Watch the curl. Check. Easy, easy, easy. Hot, hot. Mike 5-4. Mike 5-4. Let's go.
First down, Winston. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down.
Out routes are always timing routes. And if the timing's off just a little bit, it can really throw off a play. It looked like he led him a little too much there.
Yeah, there was a fraction of a second because he caught it, just couldn't stay in bounds. Here now is second and 10, again from the 41. To throw, Winston. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Now they face a third and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
55. Mike 54.
Again, it's Winston. He's got Evans. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 29-yard line. And that's the first connection, the number 1 overall pick in 2015, finding the number 7 pick in 2014 in Evans.
And what a great target Mike Evans is for Jameis Winston. Winston's a pretty accurate thrower, but that catch radius that Evans provides, that makes him that much more dangerous.
Black 25 behind. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. White.
Play action now. Winston. Flushed out right. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
So when the defense complains about having to do pursuit drills in the heat of training camp, plug in this play. Excellent pursuit. Force the quarterback out of the pocket. He ends up trying to run for it. Instead, he goes out of bounds and loses yardage. That goes down as a sack for the defense.
45. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. Watch the curl.
Looking to throw again on second down. Winston, he's going to rifle one deep left side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. That's the third time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the first quarter.
And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Deion Jones able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, let's see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
And the Falcons first down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
All day, defense, all day, all day. 21.
Freeman again, a first down carry. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to them.
Ito Smith, his first carry. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
And the box with an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. From the shotgun, Ryan. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. He had the touchdown on the opening drive. Now he's got a first down.
Check, 59. Let's go. You got time. You ready, too? You got time.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. Defensively, Jimmy Ward in on the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. On 3rd down, Ryan. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but contact and pass interference.
And now where does the ball get placed?
At the 1-yard line.
1-yard line. They gave up excellent real estate on that one. That's going to work really, really well for the guys who threw it.
They'll look to run with Freeman. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. Looking at this now, you got a couple more cracks here this close. Sneak it.
I don't think you even go into a huddle. Just line up, snap it, and fall in behind those guys into the end zone.
On 2nd down, Freeman. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Devontae Freeman. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons push further out in front. Tavecchio good on the extra point. And it's now 14-0. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Tavecchio. This will be taken in at the 1. And he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return.
At their own 38-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35.
Brings up 2nd and 13. At the 35-yard line.
Ready?
14-0 to score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Second quarter now in Tampa Bay. It's the Buccaneers in control of the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 13 forthcoming. On 2nd down, it's Anderson. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
On 3rd down, Winston. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
31 yards on the punt there. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
They go play action here on 1st down. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Well, that's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. To throw is Ryan. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. 3rd and long. It's Ryan. And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things that's gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away.
Let's go, let's go.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer, and make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay.
45. Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins home.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Winston, screen play, Anderson. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 23 yards the pickup there.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
54's Mike. 54's Henry. Watch 54. Watch 54.
Jameis to throw it. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. So even with the pass interference, it's a completed pass. They'll go ahead and just take the play instead.
How about the effort? Making the catch despite the pass interference. Nothing else to be gained on the play. No need to take the penalty. The play stands.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Hey, watch Sam. Mike 54. Mike 54. We ain't giving up nothing. Let him go. Let him go.
From the gun, Winston. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
I would say it'd probably be a good idea for him to reintroduce himself to his receivers at the half because they're definitely on different wavelengths. But I also don't advocate waiting that long. Next series before you get out there. Hey, let's get together, guys. Let's get this thing moving.
On 2nd down, Winston again. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Jameis again. And he's got Walters. Big catch. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 12-yard line.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
First time into the red zone for the Buccaneers. It's 1st and 10 from the 12. They'll throw again. Winston. This is caught. Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a 1st down. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the 2nd quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield. They're understanding the coverages. And they're finding the open holes in the defense.
And the head coach reaches for the red flag, tosses it down on the field. He wants a challenge here.
We play to win. Let's go.
To number 83. 1st down and goal to go.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player, you threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here, back to the 2. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and goal.
Ready. Black 25. Hey, stop.
Yeah, let's get set lunch.
To throw is Winston. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage, after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. And Gay knocks this one through. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. Now that's something of a pick-me-up. The offense certainly has struggled, but they do get the field goal before half to put 3 on the board.
Yeah, you don't want to be shut out, but let's face it, those 3 points, that's not going to solve all their problems either.
The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he simply... taking a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and give these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his 2nd week of the regular season. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Trying to get that in the hands of Devontae Freeman that time. And it's 3rd and short. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air.
Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Oh, free safety blitz. That can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he better get home and make the play. Otherwise, a big play could result for the offense.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe a 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first. And he can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down. Levante David making his presence felt in the backfield. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. This one complete to Mohamed Sanu. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. The Falcons on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Now it's Ryan. Gets it off to Freeman. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. From the red zone now, here's Ryan on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. His throw caught at about the 5. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Throwing again. Ryan to the end zone, but it's incomplete. The intended target was Calvin Ridley, but it'll be 2nd and goal. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. To throw again is Ryan. And this is going to be intercepted. Darren Lee picks it.
Intercepted. The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spend the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. On 2nd and 11 now. Ryan, it got his man complete. It's a gain of 35.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, Let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. On first down, Freeman. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Levante David in on the tackle.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And now a 10th carry for Freeman. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustment, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But it looks like they're ready to go.
And it's complete. Hooper. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Mike is 59. Mike is 59. Let him know. Let him know. 11.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. This is caught. It's Sanu this time for a Falcon touchdown. Mohamed Sanu, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Falcons push further out in front. Extra point up and good by Tavecchio. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Tavecchio. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And their halftime hole now even deeper. They need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Three receivers head out right, one to the left on 2nd and 3. Winston now. Over the middle to Evans. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Get in the weight room. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. Let him go.
First down, Winston. He's going to fire one deep. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A gain of 32 that time. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well and get a few stops.
Here's Winston. And it's complete. What a catch at the 7. Great gains back-to-back. Last time over 30 yards, better than 20 here.
And that was a heck of a shot right there by Jameis Winston. Boy, he has a superior right arm, doesn't he? You saw him play baseball.
Yeah, he's actually a switch hitter in baseball. Outfielder, and then, of course, a very hard-throwing pitcher. That's translated well in the National Football League.
That it has. When he has to make that throw on a line, he's got plenty of arm to do it.
Meanwhile, this one knocked down in the backfield. It's incomplete.
You got to give some credit. They're able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and give him some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now.
It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long... Easy. Check 25. Check 25. 5-0. Hustle. Right there. 54, Mike. Hey, that QB's trash. Let's go. Mike, let's go.
To the air again with Winston. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. from 6 yards away. And the Bucs are able to cut in now to that deficit. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Ryan. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
54. Let's make these babies cry.
Again, they'll run with Freeman. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down.
Back 25. 54. Right here, right here. 21. 54. Mike 54. Hey, Charlie. Let him go.
On third down, Ryan. It's caught. Jones. Julio Jones all alone. Touchdown, Falcons. Julio Jones. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons push further out in front. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows?
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10. They run. Devontae Freeman. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
At the 43-yard line.
Freeman again. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 11 yards there, first down. On the heels of that good carry by Devontae Freeman, here's 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Watch this
Now they'll throw it with Ryan. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
And the line to gain here is the 37 on third down. Now Ryan. He's got Sanu. Ryan to Sanu, good for an Atlanta first down.
A gain of 7, and the Falcon first down.
Back now in Tampa. It's the Falcons. They've got the football. They've got the lead as we get set to start the fourth. Ryan now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Now Freeman. He's been busy today. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. A fake to Freeman. Now it's Ryan. Looking downfield for Jones. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down.
I know exactly why I tried to throw the ball to Julio Jones there. He's never considered cover. He's either too fast or too strong. You always try and get it to him.
Especially on those deep passes. Ryan connects with Sanu right side. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
They'll run on first down. It's Freeman. And Freeman lost the football. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. He's at the 50. The 30, 20, and he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Gay is on for the point after. And that one makes this an 11-point deficit now. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's going to take this all the way down to the 40-yard line.
Now that's the kind of return that warms the heart of a special teams coach. He'll be pushing us next time, Brandon, to make sure his guys are introduced in the starting lineups. These guys have such an influence on every game. The unsung heroes, remember, they have their own meetings, their own practice time, heck, their own spot on the bench in order to be ready to play each and every week.
On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. Throw right side, caught by Ridley. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
Check 99. Check 99. 22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Ryan. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
It's a lot of contact going on there. And in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down. And defensively, they just don't seem to have much of an answer for this passing game.
Not at all. Look at the confidence that's exhibited here. With that type of a lead, clock on their side, instead of running it, they're still throwing it, trying to pick up first downs and keeping the football.
20.
On first down, Freeman. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
280. 25.
Game situation. Let's go.
13-yard line.
A 20th carry now for Freeman. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
On third down, Ryan. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Darren Reed picks it. And he will take it on out to the 20-yard line. Two-score game here in the fourth, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a two-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time, one-play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Flip it.
Throwing, Winston. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Grady Jarrett making his presence felt. He gets the sack.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Check Mike 45. Here we go, D.
3rd and long for Winston. And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line. Charles, not to point fingers, but how much of this goes on the shoulders of the offensive line? Well, look at the 6 sacks last week. That's the 4th in this game.
Definitely the bulk of it does go on the offensive line. That's what they're tasked with doing, keeping their quarterback upright and clean in the pocket. But I think they have to look at, okay, are we bringing in extra people? Is the ball out of the quarterback's hands quick enough? There are a few other factors they have to look at to try and help out, but you're exactly right. It starts with the O-line.
Here's Bradley Pinion now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. And he'll take it just outside the 40. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
51. White.
Mike is 59.
Alpha.
From midfield now, here's Ryan. He's going to let this go for the end zone. Oh, Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's fourth down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away.
The Bucs take over first and 10 at their own 11-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. It's Desmond Trufant. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you could hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Shaquille Barrett in on the tackle. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Freeman, and he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Officially, no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this fourth quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the fourth quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
They'll keep it on the ground. Freeman, and he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Devontae Freeman with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the Falcons use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Tavecchio to add the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
35, Buccaneers 17. Giorgio Tavecchio set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Tavecchio. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. They run it again with Anderson. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. The Bucs on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it, and they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for the Falcons, it's a dream start. 2 wins in 2 early road games. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for the Bucs, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at Soldier Field with the Chicago Bears. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Going big, going big. Everybody thought they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me. Cause I'm going big, going big. Everybody thought they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me. Cause I'm
P-P-P-Love, time to bring the bass bird.
Swear I'm going big like a lineman. She want bring the limes in. She wanna pull up to the crib, we can't dine in. Up right away, couldn't even get a vine in. Straight with the money we aligned in. Tell me how they broke, tryna chime in. Jesus watching over here in diamonds. He the only reason why do not get violent. Ay, cause he gave me patience. Ay, swear that all makes sense. Ay, when you making bands can make friends. Cause I know they tryna shit like Ray-Bans. Got a bad little shorty wasting. And I own it, I ain't gotta pay rent. Ay, I know we the ones that ain't them. Pull both hands together and I'm saying amen. Cause I'm going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me. Cause I'm going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me. Cause I'm going big, going bigger. Postmates, how I deliver. My game too cold, made it shiver. But I'm still a hot boy, cool it down, let it simmer. Hey, see him mad, got him bitter. Can't stop the shine with a dimmer. Only what I give her, and she let her call me baby, but I do not need a sitter. See me dip, yeah, I'm saucing. People at the bank see me often. Let the money run, it's a faucet. She gave me the that's a faucet. Nobody gang, no he all in. I was down in the chips, they went all in. Throwing up the gang, ain't no vomit. Make my mama stop working, that's the promise. Going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me. Cause I'm going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me. Cause I'm
P-P-P-Love, time to bring the bass bird.
Like that. It's a lot of money. Why are you mad like that? Ooh, I'm in my new bag, my bag. You ain't getting too bad, my bad. Yeah. First of the month, I'ma run it back. Ay. Same day, why I'ma run it back. Yeah. Friday, payday, run it back. Ay. Run it back, run it back, run it back. Ooh. 48 yards, I run it back. Ay. Right. I ain't never coming back the way the stress. You don't make no clap back when you back.